So, Laura, in a past conversation, you had talked about the idea of having a CEO run your course, and I loved how you laid that out. And I was hoping, can you tell our audience a little bit more about that, what that idea is?
Sure. Yeah, it was something that just kind of came to me from both my experience of being a student before in online classes up until the end of 2021, as well as working with instructors as an instructional designer, that the basics, the real basics, just drill it down to like the bare necessities of what one needs in their online course to help a student have the best chance for being successful is CEO. And what those letters stand for, C is a connection to the real world. We want to make sure that every time we're giving a reading, a video, an assignment, a discussion, that the students can see how that connects to their life outside of higher ed one day, that the job that they're hoping to get, or for adult learners, promotion or whatever, they can really apply real world value to and go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Great. This is like practice. This is useful. So C, connection of the real world. E, expectations that are communicated. We want to make sure that we're always having the students know, what do you have to do to get an A on this paper, project, assignment, discussion board. I know that's how I felt as a student. Every time I'd go into a class and I'd look at an assignment, I'd be like, so what do I have to do? What does it take? So you can do that with rubrics, and every LMS has like the rubrics tool. Super great. Love working with those. Or if you prefer, like exemplars, sometimes those are more appropriate to show a more holistic view of what's expected on a project without getting so like nuts and bolts, but it still helps the students understand. So E is expectations, and O is organization. We want to make sure that our online course is always very clearly organized. We don't want students to have to waste any cognitive load trying to figure out what is due, when is it due, where do I turn it in? We want to make sure everything is very neat and clean. I usually just try to have some elements on the left side vertical menu that just kind of make sense. So intuitive and simple navigation. So once again, the CEO, connection to the real world, expectations that are clearly communicated, and organization that is simple and intuitive. And if you have those three things in your course, that's a huge step towards helping really any student get on top of things and have the best chance of being academically successful.
I love it. I love the acronym. I remembered it from the first time we spoke what the CEO was, and I really think it encompasses all the things that you really have to think about when you're designing a course. So I love the acronym. Did you come up with that yourself?
I did, but I mean, I'm sure there's somebody else out there that has something similar, but I did
I
just
think it's awesome. I think it's an awesome way to look at course design, and it'll always stick with me. So I hope it sticks with others too through
yeah,
our post. And thank you very much for sharing that. It's great.
sure.